Hi, welcome to Bedtime Stories with Tim, and this is the conclusion of Once Upon a One Night Stand, the New Year story, and I hope you enjoy it and leave me comments, and I hope it's everything you want it to be. Otherwise, let me know. Super Guy, as I decided to call him, did not have the typical house of most gay men. Everything was minimalist. The few pieces that hung on the wall were posters of Derek Jeter or Jeff Gordon. The furniture of Mexican design consisted of a couch and a chair. Mystery books and comics racked at one wall. Other than that, nothing. Sit down, I'll make you some tea, Super Guy said. Tea? What, do you not like tea? He went into his kitchen. No, tea's fine, I called out to him. So tell me, what led you to this mess? One too many. No, seriously. He returned with a box in his hand. Darjeeling okay? Sure. I don't know why. Perhaps because he rescued me twice, but I sipped the tea he served and told him everything. Every detail about finding out about Paul cheating for the last 10 years, taking the AIDS test, which thankfully came out negative, the 3 times I tried to take someone home, the events of the bars, my inexperience, everything all culminating up to that moment in the parking lot. Super Guy listened intently, never interrupted, and hung on every word. When I finished, he just sat there, studying me. Okay, go ahead, tell me I'm a crazy idiot, I said. You're a crazy idiot. Actually, I was going to say that you're genuinely sweet. I'll even say that Mark isn't such a good friend. I kind of figured that out on my own. The funniest part that you didn't figure out, though, is if a man comes up to you and asks if you know you're in a gay bar, he's not telling you that you don't belong. He's hitting on you. My eyes went wide. Don't be too hard on the bar, Super Guy laughed. I went to a straight club once. Believe me, they are just as bad. I showed my ID to get in. They said that they needed my divorce papers instead. I laughed. Seriously, they're every bit as bad. Only difference is that men in a gay bar have a bit of style. Men in straight bars are like zombies running around going, breasts, breasts, breasts. Super Guy held his arms out in front of him and did the Frankenstein monster walk. I take it you do stand-up comedy. Oh, and the women. One time, we did some sort of sex-oriented game on the dance floor where the men hid fake money down their clothes and the women had to retrieve it, and whoever got the most in a certain time won. A woman, I found out later she was a stripper, skipped the money, dove straight down for the jewels, and would not come up for anything. The whole bar watched as she wrestled me to the floor. The DJ finally had to pry her off. What? He noticed the concerned look that had come to be obvious on my own open mouth and dropped jaw. He laughed again. I'm not straight. Not that there's anything wrong with that. No, of course not, I said, and then sighed relief. Because you know, there's not. There's nothing wrong with that. So is that what you do? Bring strange men home and tell them jokes all night? I don't know. You're the first person I've ever brought home from the bar. Really? Don't sound so surprised. He sat down next to me on the couch. Sorry, I always tell jokes when I'm nervous, and I always get nervous around people, one-on-one. I understand that. Let's get serious then. He dropped his smile. You're a sweet guy who likes to play pool, insecure, hurt, but you still care about people. Don't go out and do one-night stands because you think that's what you're supposed to do. You might even try dating. Understand? Yes, Mom. His face brightened, and the smile returned. Hey now, don't make me give you a timeout. And if you call me Mom, that will definitely put a damper on things. I don't do Oedipus. That's good. He's dead anyway. Don't go there. I tried to meet his eyes with mine, but he lowered his head. Why did you pull me from the car, if you didn't want to sleep with me? I never said that. Besides, you would have hated yourself after going home with Keith. I know him. It would have been a big regret on your part. He stood and held out his hand. Speaking of which, it'll be light soon. Ready for your one-night stand? He pulled me up and steadied me. I thought you said I wasn't the type. Yeah, well, you're here now, aren't you? No sense wasting opportunities. He leaned in close, hugged me, and whispered, We're not going to do anything. I would never take advantage of you. But I think you need holding, and if not, do it for me. I feel the need to hold you tight and keep you safe. He herded me to his bedroom, and we collapsed onto the bed. I rolled over to him. My name is Mickey. You may not care, but it's important for me to tell you. Shh. We spooned in close. He fell asleep, his hand resting on my thighs, his breath caressing the short hairs of my neck. His arms felt warm against mine, and I could smell cinnamon on his breath. I felt secure, a part of someone. I missed this. I did not find sleep for several hours, taking in every second and tactile sensation of this man holding me. One afternoon into the new year, Super Guy and I pulled up in front of my house in his red Nissan truck. I felt tired, but had no ill effects from the previous night's consumption. Super Guy turned to me. Do me a favor. When you're bragging about last night's conquest, be kind to me. Nothing too outrageous, just liken me to a 10 stud bulls with unending stamina or something around that nature. I'm not a cuddle talker, but if I were, I would say that I got to sleep with one of my own personal heroes. He blushed, flashing those dimples. I got out of the car and began to walk to the door. Mickey? I stopped and turned around. He was out of his truck, leaning against the cab. Did you know this was a gay bar? He held out a slip of paper. I strolled over, reached for it, and he pulled it from my grasp. If you call me, he said, I will ask you out on a date, and if you go out on a date with me, then you'll have never had a one-night stand. Tears welled in my eyes. Didn't you hear me say I never dated? Maybe I should just to say I did. But what about the one-night stand? I gripped the paper and he released it. Don't hurt me, Mickey. He got into his truck. I opened the slip and read his name aloud, James Stanton. I waved him away as he drove out of sight. This year didn't seem so bad after all, and I smiled as I thought about last night. The end.